vibes, you know. At night people dance for those songs so much. So we're in Mwicho now, a place called Mwicho. When we were growing up, we used to play football, and these guys are playing the chobo all the time. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Sande. Welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's Sande, coming live here in the village. So I'm in a village called Ebuhaya. I want to just show you the area, this area here. Let's go to another different village. So if it's the first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. For the frequent viewers, thanks so much for coming back to watch this amazing YouTube channel. So it's an evening here, and the sun is on this other side here. So the place looks amazing, looks so nice, and since it's during the evening hours, muna sana. The weathers are cool. It's a calm weather. Hope I'm not lost. You know, I came with a vehicle. I'm not sure of exactly this route, but I'll try and figure out where I'm heading to. So guys, I just want to show you around the village, this part of the village. This is not where I come from. I come from a different village, just a neighboring village, some few kilometers away from my real village. So watch the video till the end, and don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Music going down that other side, so I'm avoiding it because of the copyright issues. This side they have planted a lot of eucalyptus trees. This is a eucalyptus forest. And for me, I advocate for the indigenous ones because they are more of environmentally friendly. So indigenous trees all the way because they are more environmentally friendly. Very beautiful big house there. So also in this village, people are kind of having some nice houses up and down, you know. Able to build some good houses. Then you're seeing on the other side. So it's a nice village. Then there's these guavas at the edge of the road. So the guavas all over. You know, when they are ripe, people tend to grab some and enjoy some of it. This is the Maram Road. We call it Maram, or Dirty Road. Some people say Dirty Road or Maram Road. So in most of the villages, in most of these villages, you have the Maram Road, which works so well because since they can't have like a tarmac deep in the village, they opt to put these Maram roads, which blend the environment so well and look so nice. People tend to build in the village more than some years back. So now the people have that faith of building in the village. I remember when I was growing up, people are not really investing in the village. Nobody come up with a very nice house in the village. But what happened in 2010, the devolution opened up the villages. So previously, people thought that you only work in towns, but nowadays people work all over. So there are plenty of buildings up and down this area here. You can see like that's a nice building. If you walk for a little distance here, that building. So nowadays people are setting their homes. They are building their homes and building their dream houses. You know, not just a house for the moment, but they're building their dream houses, which is something that is really encouraging. So there are so many corners here. You can see like this area here, another route here. So the good thing about this village is that when you are finding the best land, you check on the road, and due to what you have, what you call road connectivity, it's a very nice, there's a good road connectivity. So they're able to build, can be able to build like to get a very nice land anywhere in the villages. Compared to many years back when I was growing up, we used to have like very poor roads. Poor roads, I mean that the road without the maram, just a very tiny road with the normal soil. So that's when it rains, it becomes an issue because the road will be muddy, sliding. Can you imagine? So there are some guys who used to take advantage of that when we were young. When it has rained and they know someone's vehicle is passing by, just wait on the road, wait for it to get stuck, then you push it out of the mud, given something small. So that was a hassle of some guys. So for those guys who love documentaries, there's a very interesting documentary called Dangerous Roads in the World. So there's a country like Congo whereby they have so many crazy roads. Looks like a farm, a road that looks like a farm. Purely muddy, so even moving around it's a big trouble. So that reminds me of those countries and those days when people used to push their cars out of mud. There's music happening here. Know what is happening? Let's go and check out. That's a Doluo song. How loud the song is, very loud. Hey. So this center is called Mwicho. I was here when I was a very young boy. I used to walk here and explore this area. So a lot has changed by the way it looks like this. It never used to look like this, but you can see the old school, the old buildings that will tell you that this place has been there for so many years. So it's called Mwicho. It is a very famous center. When I was a young boy, I used to come to buy like meat here because it was the only like a vibrant center. But at the moment, there are other centers that are more vibrant than this at the moment. But it used to be a very busy place. I don't know what they used to sell here. Can't remember. This looks like they wanted to have like a soko, but now even if you place your food here, who will come to buy? It's hidden. That's the problem. It's kind of hidden. That's why I think even the ones that were given, they opted to go to other different areas. So let's show you this area called Mwicho. It's a busy. It's not that really busy, but it has an African Kenyan design, you know, or the Kenyan vibe, an African vibe. So you can come and buy like meat here, onions, and like today we're having a match today, so we find that people will be here at this particular time to watch the Harambee Stars game. So when I was young, there used to be a very famous building somewhere here, which used to have a bar. Let me check, see if I'll be able to see it. It's a very famous building here. Oh, it's a Safaricom nowadays. They are really developing. So I can't stress it. But it has really changed. So compared to those early days, it used to be very different. But nowadays, it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. So let me check out if I see some building that I can remember. Maybe that one there. That one there, the tall one. They used to have like hardware there. So I think that's what I can remember at the moment. I feel like this place will be more vibrant than the way it is now, because it used to be a very famous spot here. So the moment it will be more vibrant by there. Let's have a garage here. Let me check out. Still there, I think so. No garage at the moment. So change, I think places are really changing. If you just be out for like few years, like 10 years, because those days you could not see like these Safaricom vehicles here. You know, they're selling the copper phones so much on this side here. So things have really changed for sure, comparing to those years when we used to come here to buy some meat, and those are the busiest market for, let's say, we have the biggest not garage, but hardware. We had the biggest hardware here, and the biggest butchery. So you to come and buy like meat and nails. Then on this other side here is a place that heads to Esibuye. Let me show you these boards here. So show you the directions. You can, now we are in this Msire and Manyinya. Msire High School. It's a nice building on that side. This was a very famous junction here. Still looks very famous. And there are some hills on that other end there. Some hills you can see on that further end. That's a place called that's Kima, so I'm not sure, I'm not wrong. That's Kima. Kima is a most hilly and rocky place here in Western, so, or Vihiga County. So people think that most parts of Vihiga is rock, a lot of rocks. I think Kima is where you have plenty of rocks. But down here there's an interesting place down here, whereby there's someone who built a house. One side of the house was a big rock, so there was a big rock on his land. So he just opted to have like another wall, then to build a very nice house. And the rock has given it like, so now the house has like three faces, and one wall is the rock. But I can just try to visualize how hard it was for him to make sure that there's no water entry at the other side of the rock. But it was a very classy house, very classy one. I seen it when I was still very young. So used to have another guy who used to have like used to make some bikes on this other end here. Hope the guy is still there. So they just try to walk, as I remember my old days, you know, when I was in this village. The days whereby I just, in the evening hours, my work is just to wake up and just stroll around. It used to be a very different time, so, you know, and very interesting ones. Buena bye. So there's a guy who used to have like used to make some bikes here. I don't know if still does. Either here or the other side. The two. And down here is Msira High School. Box. I shall call it box. Route 78. It's a very famous high school here. You know, growing up, like when I was in primary school, everyone wanted to come here to this high school. Everyone. It was like the most famous high school in this neighborhood. People wanted to, everyone just liked to come and study here. There's a route that I used to pass here. You follow behind this church, then you go all the way. But nowadays, a lot has changed in terms of the areas. Even the way the place looks like, it's totally different, you know. And imagine some more than oh yes, the bike guy. This is where the bike guy is. I see even there's some bikes there. So I remember it so well. So a lot has changed by the way. A lot has changed, you know. And that's what it's supposed to be. A place should be like, not be like the same for a very long time. Oh, Chie. Oh, kenji chamba. Kadang bukit dengan guru ada na. Oh, sawa. Haya. Sawa. Sina kamtu pole pole. Sawa. Nani alimkulira? Sawa. I'm talking my local language. So this vlog today reminds me of my early life, you know, my childhood life. But I think I lived the best life when I was young, because you can imagine living in such a kind of a neighborhood whereby the place was like very green, very serene, and I'll show you other parts that are really amazing. So I think I lived my best life here. So on this vlog we might end up going to the village where I was born. So I think that might be part of the vlog. So it will be just showing you the neighborhood. This is now the school. I'm still high school. I think I told you people when I was in primary school, people wanted to come to study here. But for me, I was eyeing for another school that is called Nyangori. So funny thing, I went to the school that I wanted. But other guys came to this school here called Msire. The likes of Eli. There's a guy called Eli. There's a guy called Akunda. You know, those are the people who came to this school and learned here. But I remember even all my cousins, they learned in this school and just really changed, even though it looks like. They used to have like a live fence, a fence made of cypress. No one else is there. They have removed it. A fence that was made up of cypress. It's a fence that was purely made of cypress. So it's in Msire High School. Let me do a thumbnail here of the most famous school in my village called Msire High School. So most of my guys who used to study here, like Eli, remember Eli, Akunda, there's some other guys that I can't remember anymore, but it was a good school that time. I think at the moment it's still a good school. So it's called Msire. Box 78 or something. It ends with 8. I've really forgotten the exact number, but it was 7 something or 7 and then 8 something. So this is the part that has so many rocks. You can see like that one there. There is a building that I told you that has a rock on one side of the house. So the building is some here where they have that live fence with the flowers. So that's where the building is. So this is where the building is. But you can't see it well, but because of these flowers the fence has really grown. They used to have like a cypress fence, but now when they expand the roads here, you have to to get ready over the fences. That's even what affected the school and the neighbors. So when they expand the road, you have to affect the fences. And normally they used to have a very nice cypress fence, the one that you can see on that other end. Very nice cypress fence, which was really beautiful. When they trim it, looks like classy, you know, classy. You know, sometimes I love the live fences, but now you need to make sure that maybe what you can do and have a mesh, this barbed wire for the chicken, so that it has like less spaces. You can put it first, then you plant the live fences if you want the K apple and also the cypress, so that the home might be safe. Because if you have only let's say the K apple, and you don't want your chicken to get out of the home, they might find themselves out of the home. You know. Then here comes Msire Primary. When I hear the word Msire Primary, this reminds me when I was looking for a KDF job. That's in 2019. That's the only recruitment that I did. The only recruitment that I did. You know, here in Kenya, when you are a young man, I thought that you want to be like a soldier or a police officer. There's what you call recruitment, whereby you go, get to the field, you run with the other guys, like competing. So I came here, I remember very well. It was Msire Primary School. And it was a crazy experience because we ran down on this slope here, barefoot, on these stones here, barefoot. Then we went down 1 kilometer, we came back again. But now, things never went the way they were supposed to be. But I was just, at that time I was just doing it because I wanted a job. I was not really serious in it. Then sometimes I feel that I'm lucky I didn't get the job, because if I could have gotten the job, maybe I could not be doing this at the moment. But now I'm doing what I feel like is what I love the most. So in the village here, motorbikes are the most used form of transportation here. As you can see, the bikes all the time. After 1 minute, a motorbike. After 1 minute, a motorbike. So I had an option of using it going home, but I thought that let me just walk as I show you around, because it's a golden chance that I have to show you this village that I used to live many years back. So this is like a carpenter guy here. So in the village, people just hustle doing just very simple things, you know. Wake up in the morning. If you are a farmer, you get into a farm, you plant some crops. You know, if you are a businessman or a businesswoman, you get up in the morning, you get your produce, you go to the farm, and for the business people, you go to their shopping centers and do your businesses. So in the village life, it's just a simple life, as long as you're able to be flexible. A simple life that will not like cost you that much, so long as you are able to be flexible and able to know how to maneuver around, because sometimes you might rely much on your produce to give you money, or your business. That means you have to put more effort, you know. But if you are a smart person, you'll be able to balance between farming and your job, so that when you want like maize, if you have a ready market for it, you already have maize for your home. So that you plant maize, you plant veggies. These are all farms that are very fertile. So you plant your veggies, maize, and so many other things, so that whenever you want to have like a sukuma wiki or a kales, get in the farm, then you harvest and have it. You don't need to go like to the market and buy it. So when you do that balancing, you're able to survive, you know, or else you're gonna have a very tough time here. You have to know how to balance the things, guys. This is a different area called Mwaya AP line. This is the AP houses. We have the Msire sub-county hospital, and deputy county commissioner. Oh, so all these were not here when I was growing up. All these things you are seeing here, they were not here. So there's new new developments that have come up here. If you go down this way, a place called Ebukanga. If you go down this way, now get to Ebukanga. So you know, see now the names are like A. You know, that's how they name villages and places here. So let me just give like 5 of them: Ebukanga, Msire, Ebubai, Kwanda, A or E. So it depends with you, but it's A, most of them. It's a very big house here. I don't know if it's someone's house or the house for the commissioner who lives here. So it looks like a government project. You see, they have built it and it's not a busy home. So maybe it's a house for the county commissioner who lives in this area. Look at it is big house, very big house. It's more than how many bedrooms? You know, when the government is doing the projects, they do sometimes like they go for the old school design of building, like this one here, just a simple house, but they need to do some more modification to make it look amazing, you know. So the sun is on this. This is the sunset on this other end. Here, this is the sunset. So I feel good when the sun is on my face. So there's a name for this place here. There's a name for this place. Why am I forgetting this? It's a very unique name for this place. No, I'm forgetting it. I want to take you somewhere down to the river that I used to get water. So there's a name for this place here. I'm forgetting the name. That guy is buying sugarcane. So in the village you can buy sugarcane, or you have an option of growing your sugarcane. But for me, I used to grow a lot of it, and I used to love sugarcane so much. I wish I had a chance to buy. Can I buy one? But now how will I eat when I'm talking to you? It will be not good. There's a name for this place, so I don't know why I'm forgetting it. You know, and you know, before this road was constructed, it used to have like plenty of corners, corners. But nowadays it's kind of a very straight lines, like very straight roads. So I think when they were expanding the road, they were able to mess with the corners, you know. Because I remember when I was young, you couldn't see some other diversions. You have to see some. There was like a sharp corners. You could not see like the building that I'm seeing on that other end here. So there's a name here. This place has a name. I don't know why I'm forgetting, not seeing it on this board. Murwanda. Is it Murwanda? I'm not sure of Murwanda. It's a dusty road. We'll join it somewhere down there, but I want us to go to this area, then we go down. We used to walk here when we were young. There's a very nice place down this side here. I can't remember the route very well, but I actually feel like my childhood was the best, you know. I want to take you to where I used to get water, to fetch water, and where I used to swim, you know. So I believe like our childhood was like amazing, and I really enjoyed it, because you can imagine when you are young, your work is to, when you let's say during the school days, you wake up in the morning, you wash our, let's say you prepare yourself to get out of your homes, you wash yourself, you get out of home to school, after school day, come back in the evening. Oh, you have to come back for lunch at 12. It was, I think it was 12:30. Come back, for lunch. Then you go back to school. By 1 you need to be there. So lunch was like it was like 1 hour. 1 hour, because the lessons started at the lessons used to start at 1:30 there. So but now people used to take like only 30 minutes to get prepared, and you get back to school. Then at 3, when you, let's say if you are in lower primary, that was the best time to enjoy, because at 3 you get back home. Then the only thing you have, if let's say if you're home, you have some few goats, you take the goats, then you go to graze them. Or else another thing that you can do, just to play around. Look at this beautiful home here. I've really built some nice houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, very serious houses. Small, nice, beautiful. That's how our homes will look like. So far, these old one is for the mom or the dad. Then each brother has built his own house here. They are looking so nice. Really admire. And they tend to use like almost all of them. They used to the same design. You know? But this design, you might find that it used to be like maybe they built a semi-permanent house. So guys, after school now, the only thing that you remain with is to go and play. So you can imagine you have plenty of time to play. So we used to play like every day. Every day was a playing day. You can see that we have some nice fields here, you know. How we have some very beautiful field. And they used to play like at people's homes. Say if your home like this one here has a very nice field, you can come and play. So you go to one of your friends' home, you play football and other games. This will be a very interesting game called Chobo. So for Chobo is like you're playing football, and they're able to score your legs. Look at this beautiful grasses here, very nice. So Chobo is like you're playing football, Then if the ball, one of you kicks the ball in between your legs, you are beaten. So it's like you're playing the ball, but you need to close your legs. So if they just score, you get some beating. So it used to be a very, very interesting game. And, but now people used to take advantage of that. Let's say someone who has just, you have a grudge with someone, use that chance to beat him thoroughly. Oh, back to my roots. I don't know if that will be the title of the video. Back to my roots. Very nice. Got this field here. Oh, there's a name for this place. Ebuchieri. I think that's the name. Oh, I'm remembering these areas, baby. Being here for I grew for like my early for my first 20 years are close to 18 years. I grew up in the village. But we have two villages, so I'll show you another village that I grew up here for like till class 7 or 5. And I went to not class 7, class 6, class 4, class 5, I think. And we moved to another different village. But in this video, I'll show you my old home. Somewhere down here. Here. What's happening? My phone is on silent mode. Tricky situation. Okay, this is a church, another church here.
Jambo, laini zote zinatumika kwa sasa. Tafadhali jaribu tena baadaye. The number you're trying to reach is currently busy.
Bucheli PAG Primary School. So they have a school, but I think those years there never used to be a primary school here, but now you can see they have a primary school here. But they don't know if they have expanded space because it's not a like big space here. So I have to take you down to the river, guys. I used to get water and swim. It's a river somewhere down here. So instead of us going down this way, we'll have to go this way. We cross the bridge, then use a different route. So see now, plenty of churches all over. One church, another church, another church. I've seen close to not less than 10 churches since we started walking. Because you know the churches, they are like built on the roads. But now if you go interior here, there are no churches. So I want to show you what we used to do like when you were growing up. This is what we used to do, you know, playing football. All this chobo. So sisi tukiwa young, ingepigwa hii chobo, kuna tandika msee. So mnapiga hivi vitazina jaiona. Napiga makofi papa. Sawa, mko aje lakini? Haya. So I'm just trying to explain to them that when you are young, whenever someone gets a chobo, is whipped thoroughly, you know, thorough beating, you know. That was the strategy. These are fenced here. Let me see. Wow, it's really changed. This has really changed. See now. So another gate here. I just build. It's not the best gate for you to have. If you want to have a very nice, simple house, a simple home, it's the best gate because when the grass grow, they'll fill up. The best fence, I'm sorry, not the best gate. The best fencing style. Is that the barbed? I can say the wire mesh. So the chicken cannot get out of these of the homes. I don't know why they cut a lot of trees here, so it looks a bit different. They need to plant more trees. So that's our mud houses. So we have an option of like after doing that, you can use cement to put, like this guy was trying to put, then you make up semi-permanent. But now these mud houses, they are bulletproof. For information, these are the bulletproof houses. I heard of a bulletproof. That's one of it. Call them bulletproof houses. So there's a river down here. I used to drink water, and I'm happy to explore this area. By the way, I'm really happy to walk and explore this area. It's amazing to be here. This reminds me of my childhood. So you can see this is kind of a semi-permanent. They have tried to put some cement. You need to mix it very well. You need to make sure that we are mixing it with some ballast so that it sticks on the mud, because if you don't do that, end up being very loose, and when it rains too much, it breaks up. So let me show you. The good thing there's no one at this river. Let me show you the river that is to get water here. That's the water there. It's running throughout. There's a fish pond here. Bueno. No son ba maji ba. Andrew ali nomba yako ya chen. Andrew. Ako.
Kala kina amekaa. Saa hii amekawia kwa kuja.
Oh. So. We're gonna have a bridge. So this river is the stream. It's kind of a stream, not a river stream, but it never dries. It used to be somehow wider than this. I think at the moment it looks so slim, like same case with this other side. But now I think the biggest problem here is these trees here, because when you plant them, when you plant plenty of eucalyptus trees along the river, that means that you are trying to dry up the river. So I think that's what they need to check on. You should avoid like doing a lot of eucalyptus trees, because it's really messing up the river. And when you are growing up, this place used to be like bush all the place here. There's a lot of bushes here, very much bushes, very like all the like bush area. Then we used to swim somewhere up there. Then we used to bathe down there. Then I think I've told you this on my last stream about how we used to like get fish from this river. And there's a lot of things that I can talk about now, because can you see these beetles that are on the river? This is a sign that the water is very clean. So guys, I can remember when you were kind of very young, I used to get water from the river, fish from the river. So what used to happen is that this water is very clean. So we used to drag the fish, or the fishes, and the way we used to do it, there's some leaves from a plant called maridadi. There's some other like maridadi, pepper. Pepper is pepper. In Swahili is pilipili. There's another plant. So I used to smash them and make a cocktail. So what happens is that you block the downstream. Then after blocking it, that means that the water is going down in a slow motion. Then you go upstream, you poison the water from upstream. It's not like it's not a bad poison, but because it never used to kill the fish, but just to make them drunk. So at that moment, the fish will get drunk and will just float on the water. So your work is to come and just come and scoop. You come and scoop the water from the river, the fish from the stream. Scoop the fish. Then you can use the bucket or what you call ndo, because the fish are kind of sluggish, just moving up. So just come and scoop them. Very easy. It was a very easy way of fishing, a traditional way of fishing. And remember, you need to do it very fast before the water becomes like diluted in terms of the content of the mixture. When it gets less, the fish will regain, because now the water is still moving. It's a stream. the waters are moving all the time, so you have to do it very, very fast before it gets clean again, because the moment it gets clean, there will be no fish for you to harvest. I made this road to be like this time. I don't know why. It used to be a wide road. I made it so tiny. Walking is a problem. So a guy called Elia Karo here, and then so I want to take you to where I grew up now. This area here, this is our land here, you know, it's our land, but we moved from this place to another area. Moved from this place. That's my house, my friend's house called Wiki. So if you are watching this, I'm at your home, but you are not there at the moment. The guy is not available at the moment. Wish I could have called you to ask you where you are. So let me check out what's happening here. This guy used to be so big, now it's very tiny, you know. They are cutting it towards the issue. And the cow is just getting in from this, so it's like the cows are messing up the fence. So I could have gotten in, but not the people who I was with are still where we were. The people that are here, that I could find here, they are still where I came from. This church here called Church of God. This is a small forest. I planted several trees here. These are for commercial purposes, because this place is no longer a home, just a farm place. We need to trim these gravelia. They're being choked by the weeds. Small forest here. It's so nice. So now it's the month of August, so the land has been tilled. Preparation for planting. Church of God. Church. Something that I love about this area is that even if you walk, whenever you walk, find that there are a lot of bird calls, because there are plenty of birds around here. So many birds all over this area here. So many birds here. There's a guy on the top of that tree, a guava tree. It's a lady looking for some guavas to feed on. Hey, can you see they are ripe? Huh? Or am I seeing some leaves? Those are leaves. So going up there on the guava tree, you have to be very, very careful. But the good thing, the guava tree is not like risky compared to, we used to play football here, but the guava tree is not that risky compared to compared to the avocados. Notable disadvantage of this area is that the size of land is very small. You know, there are small lands. You can find a very big, massive land, and a big, massive compound. That's what I wanted to mean. So they're like tiny ones. I know. That's because of the, let's say, so this area, used to have big lands some years back. I think when I was in primary school, it was some big lands. But now people were buying lands here and they were subdividing. Mostly this was affected by subdivision. You know, when you have a family with young men, according to African culture, you need to subdivide the land. Look at those nice bananas there, just hanging. Some people wish that they could be hanging on the road so that you harvest as you go down. But that's not the case in this village. So when they were dividing the lands now, slowly by portion by portion, portion by portion. Now that's how the land became small with time. So at the end of the day, when that there's no land at all, because that frequent subdivision just makes the land to be very, very tiny. Very, very tiny. Used to be a very famous nursery school here called Amani. Maybe they still operate at the moment, but it used to be one of the best. I remember when I was growing up, this was the only nursery school, leave alone nursery, it was the only school in this village which used to have like a vehicle that drops students. I think they're closed. You can see there's no anything that's happening here, there's no activity. This was their field, but now they are farming on the field. They're just demolishing the place slowly by slowly. It used to be a very famous school, and any kid who could learn here was like you are seen like a very rich kid. Yeah. So it used to be a very famous school here. There are few who are able to manage to study here. So I think now due to the other schools coming up, when you don't put a very well developed strategies, you find yourself losing on the track. But at that time, it was the school of the days called Amani Preparatory School. But now it's kind of there's no school here at all. Amani Preparatory School. It's now full of all land. So my time here in this village is limited. I only have today and I'll travel again. You can see Amani counter water kiosk, but it no longer works, by the way. Yeah. Nowadays they have placed water in people's homes. This idea was not really helpful because even if you have water here, someone has to come with a bucket to fetch it. But now when you put it in, you give it to people's homes, you supply it to people's homes, it becomes easier. Now that means that everyone will access the water rather than putting it far away from people. So much for watching. I think I've shown you my roots, back to the roots, how things used to work and how I used to enjoy my life in this village here. So don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and see you in the next video.